go for it. Maybe even do some trivia. If that sounds great or fun or awesome, hit that subscribe button. It's gonna be a great time. I can't wait to start it. Football, not only the NFL, but the NCAA, like football seasons, like it has such a special place in my heart. It's something that I have loved ever since I was like 6. It brings me such joy, and to start this channel is something that I've been thinking about doing. Now, you might have seen my other channel. I do have another channel called Loving Lindsay ASMR. It is very much a cozy, calm feeling, positive affirmations, everything there. And then I used to have another channel called ASMR Specs, where I would open up football cards and stuff like that. But I deleted it. So here we are. Let me know if you guys like the lighting. I have it kind of going in and out. So I'm not sure. We can adjust. But for this video, I wanted to introduce myself to you guys. I'm Lindsay. And I wanted to give you my predictions for the season. We're gonna go division by division. I'm just gonna do who I think is gonna win the division. I'm not gonna get into playoffs right now or Super Bowl predictions, but I'm gonna give you division by division. Like where I think all the teams are. I wrote it out. Trusty notes. Bluey notebook paper for the win. We're gonna start with the AFC East. I have coming in first the Ravens. I don't think that they got worse. I actually think they got better. Jair Alexander is joining. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, it's Lamar Jackson's second year in the system. So I think they're just gonna be a little bit better. So coming in second, I think it's gonna be the Bengals. I think their offense is still gonna be one of the tops. It's really, did they do enough on defense? I could see them kind of flip-flopping with the Steelers, and we can call the Steelers at number 3 as Rodgers' last ride. question mark by them. I mean, you got Cam Ward, so we'll see. I think, again, it's a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction. To round out the AFC, we're going to do the AFC West. The Chiefs, rinse, repeat, until Patrick Mahomes and company decide to call it quits. I don't see them not winning the AFC. That's just my opinion. I have them followed by the Broncos. I do think that everything that they're doing in Denver is great. Bo Nix, awesome. I think that they've helped them. They've added pieces. I don't see a downside to having the Broncos come in second. I don't. The Chargers, I have them in third. Again, I really think like the Broncos and the Chargers are gonna fight for that second position. I think Coach Harbaugh is definitely gonna take that step forward with the I lost my train of thought because I looked down and I realized I didn't place the Rams. Anyway, we'll figure it out when we get there. I do think that the Chargers could challenge for that second spot. I think that they're gonna take a step up. I don't see the Chargers being down for super long with Harbaugh at the seams, and they did get some help for Justin Herbert. And if you watch the Hall of Fame game, they looked pretty good. Just playing football without any like a glorified practice. They look decent to me. Let's do the NFC North. I have the Lions. I don't think that they lost enough. I do think they're gaining Aiden Richardson. Their Hall of Fame game is like whatever. We can throw that in the trash again. Glorified practice. It's really going to come down to losing Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. Does that hinder them? Because you have all the pieces. You actually have all the pieces to make that Super Bowl run. But can you put them all together again? So I do have the Packers. By the way, if you hear anything, I do have dogs. They might bark. I might have to stop the video for a second. I apologize. I have the Packers coming in second. I know a lot of people kind of look at the Packers and they say this is like Jordan Love's prove it year. I don't. As long as he's healthy and the Packers are healthy, I think that's like the biggest thing. They got him the weapons, they got him the line. Now, can they all stay healthy? And if they can, I think the ceiling is high for them. They are the youngest, if not, they're one of the youngest, if not the youngest team in the NFL. So I think that all plays a part. They drafted Matthew Golden. He's turning heads in practice. They have a solid line, and their defense is going to be their issue. You're losing Jair Alexander. You replace him with Nate Hobbs. Kind of like Band-Aid situations here. So I guess we'll see what happens. I have the Bears and the Vikings. I have the Vikings coming in third and the Bears coming in last. And that's purely just because of question marks, right? I think that, again, kind of like the AFC West, the second, third, and fourth, it could be a Seahawks coming in third. I'm not super sold on the Seahawks and their offseason moves. I'm not. Is Sam Darnold